Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. We're on to part 8, which is the final part of my OPIs. Unless you want to see, I've got a mini set of the OPI 50 Shades of Grey. If I can find the red one in there, I don't know. I think one of the cats has knocked it off and it's disappeared somewhere, and because it's a mini. But if I can find that and you would like me to do a review on the 50 Shades of Grey collection, let me know. Otherwise, this is the final OPI. God, so professional. Okay, this is the green type shades, although I have got an orange that's managed to sneak in there. But let's get on with it. So I'm going from like paler colours first, and this one is one of my favourite polishes ever, actually. And this is the gorgeous Stranger Tides. I think some people would think that this is a one of those like ugly pretty colours, and it definitely needs shaking up. Oh, it's interesting. So there's the grey in there, but there's this green sheen as well. I want one of those pros on shakers. I'm going to see if I can find one and maybe get one put it on my wish list for Christmas. But yeah, I need one of those shakers. But let's have a look at this. This is from the Pirates of the Caribbean. It's quite an opaque formula. This is from the Pirates of the Caribbean collection, 2011. And it's just so creamy. Really opaque for such a pale colour, and it is the colour. It's just a very, very, very pale, like pastel khaki, I suppose. But there's definitely that grey there, and you can see the pigments settling a little bit. So that's Stranger Tides from the Pirates of the Caribbean Spring 2011 collection. Next up is a polish that baffles me, to be honest. It confuses me no end. Mainly because I don't know where it's from or which collection it's from, and there's a lot of confusing information about this online. This is Gargantuan Green Grape. Now I've got the very grapey green version, which I believe is the older version. There is a blue version of this, like a very pale, almost like the It's a Boy that I showed you in the previous video, part 7, which seems to be the newer version, the blue version. This is the older version. And also, the other thing that I find extremely confusing is in the green, there seems to be a pastel version and a bright version and also a gel version. So it's very, very, very confusing. If anybody knows which collection this originally came from, Gargantuan Green Grape. It is it's like a yellow toned grape colour. It's an unusual colour. It's one that I don't reach for all the time, to be honest. I've got I prefer these types of greens. But I'm glad that I've got it, just because it's so confusing and maybe slightly controversial that there are two types. But anyway, I've got the green version. The next one is a gorgeous green. And this, I tell you all the time that green is my favourite nail polish colour. And I haven't got that many green OPIs. This has got a slight gold shift to it. It's not very strong, and it looks much more metallic. It's a paler, more, to the eye, to me, it's a more olivey green than the brightness here in the bottle. But this is my Gecko Does Tricks, and this is from last year's Spring 2015. Whoops, far too heavy-handed. 2015 Hawaii collection. Again, that's the one with Making Waves, and this colour's Making Waves, and Pineapples Have Peelings Too, and Just Lanine Around. So I've got a few from that collection. The next one is again one of my favourite greens, and definitely one. This will feature in my top 10 OPIs video. So what I'm planning to do when I've done all of the OPI collection is to let you know which of that entire series, which 10 are my favourite OPIs, and I can tell you that this will definitely feature. This is the right way around. My Dogsled is a hybrid, and this is one of the first OPIs that I ever got, actually. So it wasn't that long ago that I started collecting OPIs, and this is from the fall 2014 Nordic collection. So that's the one that had another polish that I'm going to show you next, which is Afjord Not to. But this is my Dogsled is a hybrid. I've since actually picked up very similar. It's like a pastel jade. Yeah, there's a bit of it. It's kind of greyed out but bright, and I love it. I just love that colour. And I'll show you the next one in that collection that I've got randomly sneaking into the greens, which is Afjord Not to. And I've got much more into the colours. I would say I've got much more into this year that I've previously completely dismissed. Have been these bright, what I call juicy oranges and golds. So this year's been the year for the oranges and the golds for me, but green is always a firm favourite. So the last one in this part is Amazon Off, and this is from the Spring Summer 2014 Brazil collection, and it's a lovely, it's kind of like a mixture between a deep teal and a forest green. And you look at this and think this is exactly the type of colour that stains the nails. And people, I think I've read, I don't know what that was, or whether, yeah, so sorry if that crumb has been bugging you all the way through this video. I'm such a messy pup. People have reported that this stains, and it's exactly the type of greenish teal colour that would stain. But I've tried it and it didn't stain on me. I'm lucky that I tend to, the colour that stains me mainly are reds, and sometimes very, very dark, inky navy blues. But I seem to be quite lucky with greens. I'll say that now, and I'll probably end up with like the green version of Smurf fingers in my next green manicure. But oh my god, I am rambling so much. Let me do a second coat. Yeah, so as I'm doing this, just let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to do the OPI 50 Shades of Grey collection. And I don't know whether, because I'm so, like, I'm building up a schedule where I'm in advance, where I can kind of ask you if you want sort of, you know, what you'd like to see next. I'm definitely going to be going through my Esse's and China Glaze collection, which again will be sort of multi-part series. And I don't know if you've got any preference of what you'd like to see first. I'm going to be doing both of them, but, you know, and I might have already started filming them by the time you actually answer the comment. So this is what I mean. It's like time travelling doing YouTube. It's very confusing. Well, it is when you're easily confused like me. This is that lovely, my Dogsled is a hybrid, which is, all of these actually are pretty opaque. Yeah, lovely opaque creams. The metallic as well. Gecko, my Gecko Does Tricks, is also opaque on 2 coats. I don't even think I'm going to need to do a second coat on Afjord Not to, because it looks very opaque on 1 coat to me. And this is a second coat of Amazon Off. Yeah, it's like a dark hunter green, but there's definitely some teal in there. So that's Stranger Tides. Oops, let me show you. Stranger Tides, it's lovely, like a green version of a neutral shade for me. That's Gargantuan Green Grape, which is this unusual bright but grape green colour. That's the My Gecko Does Tricks. So it is a little bit brush strokey, and you can see, to the eye, you can see it's stronger, the gold shift in there. That's luckily I'm doing my nails after I've done this video. Where are we up to? My Dogsled is a hybrid. Can't Afjord Not to, which are both from that Nordic collection, and Amazon. So that's it for part 8. Yes, the last one. Getting confused again. That's the last OPI. Yeah, let me know which greens you like from OPI, and considering I love greens, is there anything that I'm missing that I need to go out and look at and put on my wish list, because I'm not necessarily going out and buying lots of nail polish at the moment. I'm going to be continuing my subscription boxes, but I'm going to try, and I'm not going to say no buy, but I'm going to say be realistic and be on a low buy kind of buy, if that makes sense. Okay, thanks for watching everyone. See you next time. Bye.